So, I'm going to make it 2 days in a row. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Hopefully it will be a lot more than just 2 days, but I managed to find time for another set of games with this awesome team that Pefan has very kindly given me. I do want to use the Buzzwole a bit more because it's a Pokemon I haven't used really at all. So, let's go with Totem Pokemon. So, 1661's not bad. And we're going to face 1655, so could potentially get to the 1600s if we face a high-rated opponent next time. But he's got a Jolteon. That's really cool. Okay, so I've got... If I play my Gastrodon well and take out his Kartana, then I'm looking really nice. He's got his own weather, which is slower than Ninetales, so leading Ninetales would not be a very good move. But he is very likely to lead with his own Pelipper. So I can either see... I would probably say the most likely lead from him is Double Duck or Kartana Pelipper to counter my Gastrodon. So I kind of think either way I'll be okay with Tapu Koko Gastrodon. But then I can't protect Gastrodon because it's Assault Vest. So I would have to switch it straight out into Muck. And do I want my own Ninetales to counter his weather? I don't think Buzzwole's very good here, unfortunately. And Sandslash probably isn't either. So I am going to go with Tapu Koko and Gastrodon with Ninetales and Muck in the back. That's probably completely wrong for how you're supposed to play this matchup, because I don't know how to play this at all. It seems like one of the teams where you have to be the creator to play it well, and those are the best kind of teams. Because I remember my when I watched people play my Cottony team, no one had any idea what they were doing. So, it's Pelipper Golduck, so that's nice. Why is my computer giving me all these updates? It's annoying. Hopefully you can't hear those notifications, but you probably can. But there we go, so this was nice. There was no Kartana, so this worked out very nicely. We can... No, I was going to say he can Hydro Vortex my Tapu Koko, but he cannot. So that Golduck is fairly useless right now. And I do feel somewhat comfortable going for Discharge. He can Wide Guard, but... Why am I getting... That's a completely random notification. Wonder if you heard that as well. So... Do I Discharge in case of his Wide Guard? Or Thunderbolt in case of his Wide Guard, more like? I think I'm quite safe going for Discharge. And... Can either Scald the Golduck expecting a Kartana switch in, or I can just KO the Pelipper. Because I can't really stop Tailwind unless I get Discharge full para, or he's not Sash. I'm going to Scald the Pelipper for the KO. It's probably going to switch into Kartana. No, that's fine, so this worked out nicely. So Discharge, hopefully a full para. That would be very nice. Here's Sash, so let's hope for this paralysis. It's 30% and then 25%, but no, there's a Tailwind. So it would have probably been more ideal actually if I didn't knock out the Pelipper, because now he's going to get the free switch into Kartana. But, something to make a note of, his Golduck will outspeed his Kartana. So he can't Leaf Blade my Gastrodon and Hydro Vortex my Koko. So if he brings in Kartana here, which he does, I think I'm forced to sacrifice my Gastrodon so that I can take out that Golduck. I'm still getting stuff, even though I don't know where it's from. Okay. Surely he has to Ice Beam with his Golduck. He must know that he can't Hydro Vortex. But I am so tempted to just leave Gastrodon in. I know that he's not Sash Kartana as well, so why am I getting that noise from my computer? This is annoying. But I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to Discharge, and I'm going to sacrifice my my Gastrodon so that I can guarantee that Koko survives this turn. Okay, so I could have switched out the Gastrodon. That's fine. He's broken any potential Sash with it. Oh, he's Leaf Blading the Koko. Well, this worked out very nicely, didn't it? Because now, my Koko is still safe from... Oh, it just knocks out the Golduck. That's good to know. I thought it might survive a discharge and I would have had Thunderbolt it for the KO. I didn't paralyze the Kartana, which is a shame, but this Scold should knock it out. It does, so that worked out nicely. So he was obviously expecting me to switch out my Gastrodon, but I was fine sacrificing it so that I could guarantee my discharge. So unless he crit with the Leaf Blade, and it's Metagross, so because he's got Tailwind, I can switch out my Koko and stop the well, be faster, and well, he could have Bullet Punch as well actually, but it's much safer switching out into Muck rather than Ninetales, because then my Scald is still boosted by the Rain rather than being neutral again after the Hail. So this should be pretty much over. He could have Earthquake with his Metagross, could be Choice Banded Earthquake, and that could be quite bad, but it is just Bullet Punch, so that's fine. So either way, my Koko is probably not surviving or getting another attack off this match, but that's fine. Lifefull Metagross, that's interesting. But this Scald should do a lot, because he's not Assault Vest. We're going to get a burn for no reason? Yep, why not? Didn't make any difference. I'm going to go for Fissure this turn because it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, I have put a new move onto this Muck. Pefan did suggest this over Toxic, so, and I do like it as a nice addition. But yeah, I'm gonna use it anyway, even though nah, I'll save it for when I face a Kartana with it. But he's probably gonna forfeit, but I am gonna go for Fissure because it doesn't matter, and I want to hit. Yeah, he's gonna forfeit. Yeah, I probably should have protected the Metagross, or like flamethrowed my own Gastrodon, so that I could try and get the Fissure off, but it didn't make a difference. So that was a nice game, because if he would have led with Pelipper Kartana, that would have been a lot tougher. So I did call correctly that he would just go with the double duck, because then Gastrodon was a very nice lead. And not switching out Gastrodon actually worked out very nicely for me, even though I was basically sacking it, kind of. So that was what I was expecting anyway. So let's get another one, because that was quite quick. Should be close to the 1700s now. 1677, so I probably need 2 or 3 more matches, unless I face like a 2000s rated opponent. So what music should we go for? I think How is quite fun, if How is how you pronounce it. Brilliant. So hopefully I get to bring Buzzwole this time, because I only got 2 attacks off with it last time, and that was in Aurora Veil, so we didn't get to show it off to its full potential. So hopefully we face a lot of normal types. 1653, so that's pretty reasonable. Porygon 2. Oh, it's Porygon Z, damn it. So Buzzwole, probably not. I don't think so. But I do think that Hail looks nice here, because of the Groundian Z. If he leads with Arcanine, then I can just Tectonic Rage it, and that's very nice. But if he protects and wastes the Tectonic Rage, then that's really bad. But I still think the Hail looks pretty good here. I like Koko. Do I go with Muck? I think Muck looks alright, apart from the Garchomp, but then I've got 2 Ice types as well. Gastrodon would be nice against the Feeny, but he's got his Kartana. But against everything else, it's actually pretty decent. And I don't think I want to bring Buzzwole, unfortunately. So it is between Gastrodon and Muck, I think. So Gastrodon, beat the Garchomp, somewhat the Lele. Depends on the Porygon. Not Kartana, it will hard wall Feeny and Arcanine, but then Muck can Poison Jab the Lele, resist it, switch in on the Shattered Psyche. It can now Flamethrower Kartanas, it can Poison Jab. I'm going to go with Gastrodon. Because hopefully the endgame doesn't come down to Kartana versus what would have been my last Pokemon, because then I'd have definitely preferred Muck. But if I can get rid of the Kartana, then that would be very nice. But I do have 2 things that outspeed it, if I have the Hail, and 1 that speed ties, so it shouldn't be too hard to deal with Kartana. So it's going to be interesting how he counters my Hail, but it's going to be Feeny and Arcanine. So Gastrodon was a good choice. Now, I'm pretty sure that a -1 Tectonic Rage would knock out Arcanine. Definitely roll with Blizzard as well. But if I do Tectonic Rage the Arcanine and it doesn't knock it out, then I will probably lose my Sandslash. So I could Blizzard just to ensure it. But then if he survives and has a Berry, then I wouldn't KO anyway. I could Aurora Veil for the future. I could Freeze Dry the Finny before it gets Calm Mind to get the most damage off. what would be most optimal. I would definitely know if I had more experience with this combo, but I don't. I could switch in Gastrodon, because Gastrodon looks really nice here. If he has no bulk on Arcanine, I'm comfortable that Tectonic Rage would knock him out. But I don't think it will. I'm going to go for Aurora Veil. And let's see, hopefully no Protect, if Tectonic Rage is enough to pick up the Arcanine. Okay, no Protect, so we're going to find out. This is nice. Although, if it does KO in one shot, then that's not an indication of whether he was offensive or defensive, because I still don't know if you can knock out a defensive one at -1. I know that you can definitely count with Garchomp's, but then that is stab. And more attack, so I would say probably if it's defensive it should survive. But this is basically just a learning experience for me. It did survive, okay, by quite a lot, but then are we going to see the Aguabre? Or just Citrus? Just Citrus, so Blizzard wouldn't have knocked him out anyway. Because he had the berry, there was no chance. So I'm going to lose my Sand Slash here, but then I'll be able to switch into Tapu Koko, and I'll be able to KO the Arcanine with a Thunderbolt. And it's Flare Blitz, so he's going to probably put himself in Blizzard range, actually, so I can straight up Thunderbolt the Feeny instead, so that will be ideal. Best case now is a Muddy Water miss, but I would expect a Calm Mind. Yeah, that's Blizzard range, especially after the hail. It's going to be Moonblast, so hopefully no special attack drop, and I can KO this Arcanine. Okay, that's fine. And I'm definitely not in Extreme Sweep range. That's not Specs Finny at all. I would fully expect Calm Mind. He had a Garchomp, so that can switch in to take a Thunderbolt, but it can't switch in on Blizzard, so I'm really liking my position now. Especially because I've got the Aurora Veil up as well. That's why the Moonblast did so little, because of the Aurora Veil. So maybe it was Specs, and Aurora Veil just cancelled that out. Actually, that's fairly possible. How much did it actually do? Did it do like 30%? How much? Nice lagging. Hopefully no disconnection. Okay. Yeah. Probably not Specs, even with the Aurora Veil. But Blizzard will knock out the Arcanine. It will cover a Garchomp switch, and I can just Thunderbolt this Feeny. So that's very nice. I'm really liking my position right now. I don't think there's much he can do. I should have probably checked what he had. He had Porygon, Garchomp, Kartana, and another Pokemon. Which I probably should have checked, but like nothing can switch on this combination. He Protect is fair, but I can still Thunderbolt it next turn. And Arcanine will go down to Blizzard. So the problem is here now, if he brings in Kartana and then wins a speed tie, that would be bad. I think if he brings in Kartana, I should double up on it, because a combination of Thunderbolt and Blizzard, even if it's Assault Vest, should probably knock it out. Unless I'm really underestimating both my Pokemon. So I wouldn't really expect anything else. Potentially Porygon Z if it's Scarf. I'm interested, but I bet it's going to be that mystery 6th Pokemon that I couldn't remember. Garchomp, so this looks nice. Because I wouldn't expect Assault Vest on the Garchomp, I would expect it on the Kartana, so a Blizzard still just should knock out the Garchomp, and a Thunderbolt should knock out the Finny. So I still don't see anything wrong with this. I would have fully expected the Kartana to come in there, because then he would have actually been able to do something, but in this position, unless he's Assault Vest or Yachi or Sash Garchomp, then can't really see any reason why he brought the Garchomp in. Maybe he's saving the Kartana for the potential Gastrodon, but that is a nice, clean knockout. I should survive any Earthquake from the Garchomp. I probably won't survive a Z-Tectonic Rage if he somehow survives. And this is a single target Blizzard as well, so I think even Assault Vest can't survive single target. So I'm very curious as to why he went into Garchomp, but I will take that. So if it is Kartana, I'm going to be very confused. It's Kartana. I'm very confused. But Confusion has been nerfed, so I'm not going to hit myself because I've got a 2/3 chance of breaking through. So now I'm just going to win the speed tie, get another Blizzard off, and Thunderbolt. So this is the move I would have done if he had brought in the Kartana instead of the Garchomp. I would have Thunderbolted the Kartana and Blizzarded, because the Tapu Fini couldn't do much, especially with the Aurora Veil up. He is just going to forfeit, so very confused as to why he didn't bring in Kartana there, but I'll take that. That was very nice, and quite a short episode. I won't get a third, because, as I said, I am very busy with university stuff and preparations for Germany, so I will leave it there. Hopefully I can still find time to get a full week with this team, because it is a very cool team, and I would probably want to use my regional team after the regional, so I'm going to try and get a full week with this team, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching.